Last episode, we had $500,000. We bought it all on this farm, and we're down to practically nothing. The game plan is to grow canola and to build more solar panels. So far, I've estimated it's going to take about 6 years for us to get $1 billion in game. If you want to join the journey, make sure you hit like and subscribe, and let's get into it. Morning, everybody. It is July. We're going to speed through the day, but our canola is just about ready to be harvested. As we can see, it's all yellowed out, beautiful out here. Actually, just gorgeous to stand here, taking the view of the barn. Absolutely lovely on our little farm. So it has been about a year. We got $60,000 in the bank right now. We're going to prepare to get all of our fields completely harvested, disced up, and then replanted here. So we're going to make sure that our combine we bought 1 year ago is ready to go once again. It's got fuel. It's got all of the service it needs done. It fires up. I think we're going to be fine. But we don't actually have another tractor. So if I want to look in here, there's no sale on a tractor. We could have watched the sale through all of time, but we did not. I want to buy the weeder that we can plant with, because I think this is going to be the best thing for us to use. We will have to find another way to fertilize, but I'll go ahead and buy this. Now it's $18,000. Now we don't have to buy that again in the future. So we got $47,000 more to work with. Tell you what we need. We need a trailer. Maybe this guy right here. Not too expensive. I think that'll do. Let's go ahead and just buy that trailer, because we don't have a silo. So that trailer is going to have to be our version of a silo. We can use that to store in our barn here until the high sale time. So now we're going to focus on 3 distinct different times: planting season, harvesting season, and selling season. Those are going to be our 3 main focuses. Otherwise, we're going to be skipping through time. And speaking about going through time, it is time to harvest this crop. So we need to get a tractor ready to go probably, but I also want to get the combine rolling right away this morning. So slow time down just a little bit. We'll go times 30 is fine, because we got plenty of fields to get out here, but we also need to get them all ripped back up and planted. Now, a couple of our fields do need plowed as well, which is something we're going to have to take care of, but we'll figure that out all in good time. Now, I also want to make sure I'm not going to be leaving the straw. Yep, disable straw. Let's go ahead. There we go. So we got you lined up ready to go. Now I'm going to figure out our combine, our tractor situation. So we have $37,000 to work with, which means we cannot really purchase anything that I see right now. What we are going to have to do is go ahead and rent something. We're probably going to go ahead and rent this tractor again. The reason I want to do that is I'm going to need enough horsepower to plow. So we should probably check and see what we can do with 190. So 160, we could go there. Yeah, okay. So we're going to have to about 2.5 meters. Oh man, that's going to suck. We'll just go ahead and lease it another $5,000. Why not? For $31,000, let's go pick up our tractor, trailer, and planter. So we've bought the trailer, we've bought the planter, and the tractor is still on lease. Eventually, maybe we can get it purchased. I did end the lease on the tractor through the winter just so we didn't get charged on the months we weren't going to be using it. And I'm really happy, because during that time, our solar panels did make us up to $60,000 at the end of it all. So they are obviously working. We need to get another $93,500 just to install one more solar panel. So we got a lot of money to make up. This trailer is going to help a lot by letting us hold our crop for the highest price day, which is the complete opposite of when we sold last time. So that will make a huge difference. And for those of you who are playing along, this is going to be a very easy series for you to follow along with, because we are planting some very basic crops. We're doing very basic farming with all of the basic equipment on the basic map. I mean, we're doing everything completely by the book with no mods here installed. So if you are new with Farming Simulator, if you've watched some of my videos recently and you're like, oh, that's really cool, some of the more advanced stuff that they're able to do, but where do I get started? This video will hopefully help you out, and help you out in a big way by maybe collectively getting us our first $1 billion. But this will be where we unload for the time being. I'll just drop it off right there. And our tractor probably needs to be left on a plow. So let's get a plow situated. I know this was the biggest one we could handle. I could purchase the plow. It's something we use rarely, so I think we'll just lease it when we need it. Plowing is a thing that really I think we do maybe every 5 years, if I had to guess. Maybe 3. So it's not a super huge occurrence in our farm. And once we get these fields that need it taken care of, we'll probably do all of our fields just to make sure they're all good. And we won't be needing to touch that for another few years. But we're coming along. $31,000 in the bank. It's going down a little bit. Well, going up along with it. So luckily, that's our solar panels just covering some of our employee costs we got going out. So how are you guys' strategy going with your $1 billion farm? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you have been doing this, then make sure you tag me on TikTok and on YouTube with videos of your progress so far. We're going to pick up a very large plow, one that probably would need a front weight on our tractor. And we did talk about this briefly. We might as well look into it. So I rarely ever buy front weights, but in this situation, I do think it's warranted to probably just go ahead and get the biggest one we can here for John Deere. It's right over there between a couple pallets. We'll come back, pick the rest of that up, clean that up here in just a little bit. Right now, we got a lease on this tractor. We don't own it yet, and we need to be using it as much as possible. So we need to get it back to the field and get it to plowing so we can get to harvesting and making some of our money back. Speaking of which, we got charged for the $59. You know, I could help pay the wages of my employees if you would just hit the like button and subscribe. Also, if there's any billionaires watching this right now thinking, I hope he makes it. I hope he does a good job. Hey, I appreciate you. Here's my PayPal, you know? Help me out. Give me a small loan of $1 million. See where it gets me. Dude, look at our little guy. He's got that whole thing done. I don't know, maybe we should keep him on harvesting. He's doing a good job, eh? He's got this other field down here to do, but he's got this whole one cranked out. That is fantastic. 80% full. That's going to be a good yield on this little field. So we're going to get him lined up. I'll tell you know what I'm telling him. Come on down here, hop in this tractor. Okay, buddy? You did a good job harvesting. You get to ripping up. I'm going to get this tractor out of your combine out of your way, though. Oh, you wasn't kidding. It is a good 80% full on in there. So let's pull it on around out of the way. He's going to get this plowed up. Don't think this one actually needed it, but we're going to get them all on the same base. Put our pipe out here so we can spin around, dump into our trailer for the time being. Now you guys are probably saying, whoa, hold on, Jake. That doesn't happen for me, and you said you're not using any mods. I have exactly one mod installed. It's called Additional Game Settings, and I installed it in hope of getting a year counter. I installed the wrong one. This apparently is not what I thought it was. It doesn't have the year counter. So I'll find that eventually. We're in year number 2. But anyways, we've got our first deal loaded in there. First batch of canola loaded into our trailer. Hired hand is trying to spin around for his, what would that be, 3rd pass there? He's doing a good job. He's kind of driving in our crop, though. Luckily, he's not damaging it, though, so I'll take it. We're going to line ourselves up next to our little $97,000, whatever they are, solar panels. Things are expensive, son. But collectively, they costed me, what, shy of $200,000 in its first year. It's made me probably 60,000, I think we were saying. So it will start making money here pretty darn soon. You know, that's a decent speed to get your return, assuming things continue to go smoothly for us. It's definitely the kicker there. Okay, so we're gonna do a down and back through here. Gives me enough room to where I can do a turn, give us a headland pass down at the end behind me, right down there, so we can actually have room to turn. And we might do a couple headlands here just so that guy has a room to turn around. But we got 2 of our fields, or coming up on 2 of our fields harvested. Got that little plot there, and then of course our big field that we bought, our impulse buy field. But you know, back then it was looking sketchy, it was looking rough, and right now I think we're looking okay. $32,000 in the bank. We're making money. We're getting into traffic jams on the local farm. All is good, man. Are you back? Are you good? Just, yep, there you go. Proud of you. It's hard to find good help these days. And if you're trying to find good help, then maybe join my Discord community. I don't shout it out very often, but it is a really awesome place that you can find myself and very prominent members of the community all the time. And not going to brag, but there are a lot of people that make life-changing friendships in the community. So if you want to be a part of that, then I'll leave a link in the description down below. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I thought we were going to get even more crop than we've been getting out of this. We're 30% full, and as you guys can see, we've kind of carved an L out of this field. Hopefully that's not a sign of our future here. But we're going to keep harvesting away, and I'm sure in our life we will be the first ever farmer billionaire. Brother, brother, brother. Go, 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 go. Hey, Macarena. Aye? You're having a wonderful time there, friend, ain't you? You're doing a real good job plowing. You're a darn good straight plower. You know, I know many people claim to be darn good straight plowers, but yeah, I don't think they can do much better than you are right now. I'll be honest. Things are going along pretty well. We're coming up on 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Still August. It's going to be raining in a little bit. Might actually just slow that clock down just a hair. See if times 15 is a little bit better for us. But our friend has been doing a fantastic job getting all of this ripped up. He's almost done. By the time we get this all harvested, we can put him on this field. We can harvest that little plotch, and then we can get to the big one. All of our fields will be harvested. We do still also need to get these all planted as well. But for now, we've got about $33,000 in the bank, and we've got 2,800 liters of canola that we've harvested so far. Well, that's not including what we've got in the tank back over there in that trailer, and I don't remember exactly how much we had. We'll see here in a little bit. Guy up there in front of us is just finishing that bit. He's going to be a little bit slower than us. That's fine, because we need to go unload and everything. We finished our harvest of this little field here, bringing in about 2,900 liters of canola. Now we know we sell per 1,000 liters. I think canola sells towards the high end of maybe like $600, $700, $800. So if you do the math, that's what we're going to be at. We've got about 5,000 liters in there right now. We're going to have, maybe 6,000 liters in there? Yeah, over 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 6,800 liters in there. Whoop! We're going to have a full trailer. Oh boy, we might need to buy another trailer. I thought that one was going to be big enough. We're going to have a good old yield here. So we're going to keep harvesting. This crop all looks really good, really clean. If we do hop out, we see through here, this is a lower one. We've gotten 73% yield bonus. I've seen 90-some% on that one field. I don't know the one we just got done harvesting. It was a little bit lower as well. But some of these fields are doing fairly well. I'm sure that they could be doing a little better. We need to roll the fields after we plant or before we plant, and I'm sure that that would help us as well. So we probably need to look into buying a roller at some point. Really, priorities, I need to get a tractor. Oh, he's got a couple more passes over there and he's gonna be done. We can stick him onto his next field. It's a little after 2, just about 10 minutes after 2, and I've been cutting away at this little square. Eventually I do want to make this a barn or something. We might look into getting animals. Now, when I did my calculations to determine what I wanted to do, I did not math out the profitability of the animals, so I don't actually know that data. I don't know the best way to handle things. I do know, based off of the crops that I wanted to harvest, canola was our best option here, and that off of the placeables that we get in generators, the large solar panels were our best options for return on investment there. But outside of that, my plan doesn't account for anything else. It doesn't account for the cost of land. It doesn't account for any equipment costs. It's strictly just kind of mathing out like, well, hopefully we can get a couple solar panels a year or something and continue to build that passive income. So far, we're not doing too hot. We're $34,000 in the bank account, but we still got a lot of money to spend before this farm can even operate efficiently. And then we got to spend even more money to grow the farm to a point where it's bringing in enough money to afford the solar panels that we need to buy. And in order to do that, of course, we need to buy the fields too. So, you know, never-ending cycle. Okay, so we just finished this little field back here. And looks like our friend is literally just about and just did finish this field right here plowing, which is fantastic. We got some rocks we might need to deal with. I hate rocks. It's just another expense that I don't want to fight, but we have no choice. It's a rocky area, apparently. And our trailer is going to be full before we get to unload all of this. We still got 600 liters in our combine. I have a feeling that this big field back here is going to take a full combine. We'll see. If we have to buy another trailer, we can. It's not the end of the world. It's a good problem to have. And I think I just want to send an AI out here and let them do whatever they need to do. So we'll tell him, go ahead, harvest right out into the middle of this field. Do whatever your heart whimsy and, you know, follow your dreams, okay? We're going to head over here and start plowing this field up. Gotta be honest with you, I'm not very good at plowing, so we are probably going to still hire the guy to do this portion. What did he not do this for? Hello? Or did I just accidentally cover that when I did a turn? Was that me? Did I accidentally spray some stuff on your field? So that's going to bother me. And it's also going to bother me to drop this down. Oh, well, I'm sure it's going to be fine. There we go. Get that all cleaned up. There. See? That's better, right? All right, so we lined you up. We're going to get a hired worker going on that field. Let them get going out there. I'm going to pop back into our combine who's done a couple passes through. And I'll take over here. Now, it is unfortunately raining on us. This is what we were trying to beat. If we harvest in the rain, we're going to get half yield, so we are going to want to stop. Unfortunately, today is our last day to harvest. See here, our canola, we needed to harvest last month or this month, and because we planted so late, we got to harvest this last month here. So if today ends and it's still raining, we are going to have to go ahead and just take the half yield on it. But we got plenty of time in the day yet. I think this rain cloud is going to pass. So we're just going to park this combine for the time being and maybe save ourselves a little bit of yield. On our first couple passes, though, we got about 30% on this, so we are going to end up needing another trailer most likely, so we'll probably have to source one of those. We see what's for sale. I don't see any good options in the sale menu. We're probably going to have to just go ahead, buy another trailer of some kind. Just another one of these little fellas. All right, so the rain is starting to pitter out here. I'm going to slow time down just a little bit more as our day comes to an end. And also, our hired hand literally just finished plowing this, except for this little piece right here, I assume because he didn't want to get too close to our solar panels. It's fine. I'll finish that little chunk up myself. There we go. So 2 fields have been completely plowed. We still need to get these planted. I'd like to get them planted this month so we can harvest a little bit sooner next month and take the pressure off. The problem is that is not looking like it's going to be what happens here. We are definitely running out of time today, but we're going to hire the worker to get started plowing this field up right here. We'll hop over to the combine and get back out into the field harvesting. So we've got about 1,300 liters in this combine. That trailer's completely full. We are gonna probably need to get another trailer. We could buy it, or we could lease one. My guess, it probably would be worth to just go ahead and buy another trailer, because then we have the ability to at least store that much crop for the foreseeable future, and we can sell that much crop at the high for however many next coming years until we get a silo. So it seems like a good enough deal to me. I think we'll finish harvesting out this little field back here and see how much money we get off of our first year harvest. I would love to end every single year by saying we make some kind of big advancement, whether that be acquiring land or more solar panels, or I guess in this case acquiring equipment. Right now we need to get all the equipment we need so that we can then farm as much land as possible. We still need to get a tractor. We still need to get some way to fertilize, and we probably should get a roller as well. Aside from that, we just need a silo and maybe a house would be nice. But we're on our way to making money. We've got 22,000 liters in the tank, finishing this last wide strip here. Then we've got that half to do right over there. We might just get all of the... Nah, we're probably going to be shy of getting all of this in one tank, which is a good thing. That means we get to earn more money off of it, so I'm not going to complain on my end. Ooh, and the darkness is setting in. Evening is definitely setting upon us. We're trying to finish up our field here. We'll get this field done before night falls completely. We don't really have to worry about that too much. I know we're not going to let this all wither. Our biggest concern is this combine stopping. The only reason it'll stop is if we have nowhere to unload into, which right now is a reality. So I'm going to hire a worker to continue harvesting for us while we steal this guy really quick to go get another trailer. So I'm going to sneak on down to the store and I'll see y'all there. And just in time, because our combine's about 80% full, it's going to mean by the time we get back to him, he's going to have just barely gotten full, and he might have been sitting for maybe a minute or two. Of course, as we continue this attempt to get $1 billion in game, we have our strat that we've determined, but don't be afraid to try your own strat and let me know what's working for you in the comments down below. With your help, we can get even more efficient and even better at it, and eventually we'll have the best way to earn $1 billion in farm sim down pat. Right now, I'm going to put one trailer in place of another, and I know that our combine was 80% full, and I said we need to get back to him real quick, so I guess we could probably take that trailer out to him. I was going to switch them out and just park them up, but yeah, let me take that other one out to him. So I'm just going to pull this one all the way in for the time being like that. Yep, and just like that, our helper just got a full tank. If I had a head right out there from the get-go, we would have caught him in time, but that's all right. My mistake. Luckily, it does not take us long to traverse our farm. We are no more than half a field away. All right, friendo. I don't want to pull in here and damage the crop, my guy, so I'm going to pull you around, okay? Got our canola dumping into our new trailer, so we can hold a whole nother full trailer load here, although I don't think that's going to be the case. We'll see how much we get on this one. And that is full, so let's get ourselves turned back around, and we'll get him right back to harvesting. Okay, so he is moving along harvesting. We're probably gonna just, you know what? Leave this sit out here in this field is probably the best place for it. I'll just go ahead and drop it right here, because this tractor needs to get back to its original task, finishing that plow, because we're going to end up taking our plowing into the next month cycle, which means we are going to get charged for this plow again. I was hoping we would avoid that, but we simply have too much land to cover. We're not going to get around it, so no reason to complain. We've got $21,000 in the bank. We can relatively afford this. There's not much we can do it. We're just really trying to crank through all of this business expense we've got going on. The initial setup years proved to be very expensive, but I'm sure once we get things sorted out, we get things more efficient, we will be making some decent money. So we got you running, plowing this little field back up. Once that's done, over here with this combine, we'll get it plowing this field up, and we got to work right on through the night into the morning, because come tomorrow in the morning, we're going to be planting right into the fields that we've been plowing. We should probably cultivate the fields over again. I don't know that we really have the time, so I think we're going to try planting straight into it. Not the best, but it's what we're going to do. All right, I think worker is actually done. I'm trying to do little circles around seeing, but it looks done to me. So I'm going to go ahead and dump the 1,600 liters it's got in here into our new little trailer, and we'll see how much that's going to fill it up. And check it out, just like that, we got 82% into our new trailer, so we've almost got 2 full trailers off of our yield. Next year, if we get more than 2 full trailers, we'll guaranteed know that we actually did a better yield than the previous year. So maybe we can do a little bit better job with our field prep and everything to be able to do that, but for now we have completed our first harvest of our own planted crop. With that, we've got $20,000 in the bank, and we've got 2 full trailers that we can sell whenever the price gets high enough. Looks like you could get it $591 at either of those, and its real high is $730, and we can see 500 is actually kind of low. So it's August right now, we're kind of mid of the road. September's going to be even better. But in November is when we're going to want to pay attention to sell. So keep an eye out on that. Meanwhile, this field over here is just about completely plowed up. Oh man, we got so much to do. I got to take all these rocks out. I got to roll. Ooh. Okay, we're going to try and get a roller and hope it takes care of these rocks a little bit. 160 horsepower is what it can handle. We don't have the money to buy it, but we do have the money to go ahead and lease it. So that's what we're going to have to do. And we'll have to finish plowing this field, or we'll have to rent another tractor, potentially another $5,000. Oh man, this is getting expensive. We definitely need to get our own equipment. That will really save us some money year over year. I want to take you back here to get this thing rolling, but I can't really get to going on all of this land quite yet. So we're going to drop it off there. I'm going to go get that roller. We'll see if that roller takes care of the rocks, so that tomorrow morning we have a seed bed ready to plant. It is definitely a rush out here on the farm when you're trying to do all of this on your own, and we don't have a whole lot of land yet. Imagine trying to do this with even more fields. This challenge might be so daunting that we might actually have to bring in a little help, perhaps even from our neighbor. If you guys like to see our neighbor join us on the billionaire attempt, then maybe get this video to 1,000 likes. All right, so we got the roller here. Now we just got to get it out onto the field and try and take care of these rocks. Some of these might be too big for the roller to handle. We probably are supposed to be using the rock picker on these, but that will take too much time and I just cannot afford it right now. So if this doesn't work, then I have no other choice but to plant through it.